I told you what it does to a person to put a title in front of your name. When you tie yourself to a role, you live by the role and you die by the role. I remember watching one of the new Spider-Man movies, and Spider-Man had tried to save the day, but he ended up getting in the way of like the federal agents and ended up just making the whole thing a mess. And Iron Man is kind of like just getting on his case about it. So he says to him, "You need to give me the Spider-Man suit." Peter Parker says, "You can't take the suit. I'm nothing without the suit." To which Iron Man says, "If you're nothing without the suit, you should have never worn it in the first place." I want to ask you today, what's that suit? What are you putting on as your identity that you would say, "I'm nothing without that. If you take that away, I'm nobody." If you're nothing without this thing that you put on, you never were meant to have that in the first place. If I'm nothing without being Pastor Dan, I don't deserve to be a pastor in the first place. Find your identity in Christ first, your connection with Christ first and foremost. You see, many of us will put on almost like a shirt, like, okay, I got to be this person today. I got to be a pastor. So I'm going to put the pastor shirt on. Now I got the pastor shirt on. I'm a pastor. The problem is when we put these things on, some of us don't like to take those things off. And we don't like to examine what's underneath that thing we're putting on, because what we're putting on is a facade to protect us from what people might think of what's really underneath. Anything else you put on, Jew, Gentile, supervisor, boss, parent, child, whatever it is that you put on and say, "This is who I am," has to be secondary to belonging to Christ.